G'day, mates. Let's take a little break from the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives. Come with me up into the quiet of the sky. We're going to float gently above a city that holds a special kind of calm, a place that breathes with the rhythm of a mighty river. We are heading to Rosario, Argentina. From up here, the world below looks different, doesn't it? The noise fades away and all you see is a beautiful pattern of life. A mosaic of green parks and terracotta roofs, all nestled along the water's edge. It's a peaceful escape, a moment to just drift and observe the quiet beauty of this remarkable place. Imagine you're a bird, catching a warm thermal, rising higher and higher. The worries of the ground seem to shrink, becoming small and insignificant. Down below, Rosario unfolds like a well-loved map. Look there, to the east. That immense flowing presence is the Parana River. It is not just a body of water, it is the heart and soul of Rosario. See how it stretches out, wide and powerful, its surface a canvas for the changing colors of the sky. For centuries, this river has been a provider, a highway, and a source of inspiration. It has shaped the land and the lives of the people who call this place home. From our peaceful perch, we can see the sandy islands that dot its course, little pockets of wilderness just a stone's throw from the city's edge. The waterfront, or Costanera, as it's known locally, is where the city comes to meet the river. It's a long green embrace, a place for connection. See those little dots moving along the paths? Those are people walking, jogging and cycling, all drawn to the water's edge. Families gather on the grassy banks for picnics, sharing mate, a traditional Argentine tea, as they watch the sun dip below the horizon. The Parana is also a working river, a vital artery for trade and commerce. Look closely, and you can spot the larger vessels, the cargo ships that navigate these waters, connecting Rosario to the rest of the world. This blend of industry and leisure is what makes the riverfront so fascinating. One moment you see a family flying a kite, and the next, a colossal ship glides by on its way to the Atlantic Ocean. Now let's drift a little further north and turn our attention to that magnificent structure spanning the river. This is the Rosario Victoria Bridge, or more formally, the Puente Nuestra Señora del Rosario. From up here, it looks like a delicate white ribbon, gracefully stretched across the vast brown expanse of the Parana. It is a modern marvel of engineering, yet it seems to sit so lightly on the landscape. Its tall, elegant pylons reach for the sky like sails, catching the sunlight. This bridge is more than just concrete and steel. It is a symbol of connection, linking two provinces and two communities. See the tiny cars, like little colored beads gliding across its length. They are connecting families, friends, and businesses. The bridge has brought the city of Victoria on the other side into Rosario's orbit, creating a larger, interconnected community. As the sun begins to set, the bridge takes on a new character. Lights begin to trace its form, outlining its graceful curves against the deepening twilight. Let's gently guide our view back towards the heart of the city's waterfront. There, standing proud and prominent near the riverbank, is a structure of immense national importance. This is the Monumento Nacional a la Bandera, the National Flag Memorial. From our aerial perspective, we can see its full, impressive layout. It's not just a single tower, but a whole complex of structures that resemble a grand ship sailing towards the river. There is a tall central tower, a grand civic courtyard, and a beautiful eternal flame, all dedicated to the creator of the Argentine flag, Manuel Belgrano. This is the very spot where, in 1812, General Belgrano raised the blue and white flag for the first time. This monument commemorates that pivotal moment in the nation's history. The 70-meter-high tower, the prow of the ship, points towards the river, a symbolic gesture of the nation setting its course. From above, you can see the perfect symmetry of the design and its sheer scale. It is a place of pilgrimage for Argentinians, a powerful symbol of independence, unity, and national pride, built right here in Rosario. Look at the people below, like tiny ants exploring this grand space. They walk up the wide stone staircases, they stand in awe before the tower, and they gather in the Hall of Flags. This monument is not a cold, distant relic. It is a living part of the city. It hosts concerts, national celebrations, and quiet moments of reflection. Now let's drift away from the river, just a little inland, and feast our eyes on that vast expanse of green. This is Parque de la Independencia, or Independence Park. It is the city's green heart, its lungs, a magnificent oasis of nature right in the middle of the urban grid. From up here it looks like a huge, lush carpet, dotted with shimmering lakes, winding pathways, and clusters of old, shady trees. It covers over a square kilometer, a truly generous space dedicated to recreation, relaxation, and the simple joy of being outdoors. The formal lines of the French garden near its center stand in beautiful contrast to the more wild, natural areas. Within this green sanctuary you can see so much life unfolding. There is a beautiful lake, the Laguito, where people are out in paddle boats, their bright colors moving slowly across the water's surface. There's the Rosedal, a stunning rose garden, which from our height is a swirl of vibrant color. The park is also home to museums, a sporting club, and even a racecourse. It is a world within a world, a place where you can spend an entire day and still not see everything. See the families gathered on blankets, the children chasing pigeons, the couples strolling hand in hand along the paths. It is a place of shared memories and simple pleasures. Let's broaden our view now and look at the wider city. From above, Rosario reveals itself as a tapestry of distinct neighborhoods, each with its own character and rhythm. Closest to the center, we see the tight grid of streets, lined with apartment buildings and historic architecture. This is the bustling core of the city. But as we drift outwards, the pattern loosens. We begin to see more single-family homes with small yards, terracotta-tiled roofs, and tree-lined streets. Each little square of land is a home, a place where daily life unfolds in its beautifully ordinary way. Look towards the south, to the old neighborhood of Barrio Refineria. You can see the remnants of its industrial past, with old factory buildings now being transformed into trendy lofts, art galleries, and cafes. Then let's float over to the west, to neighborhoods like Fisherton, with its larger houses, green gardens, and a more suburban, tranquil feel. From our vantage point, we can see the swimming pools sparkling like blue jewels in the backyards. The life of the city is in these neighborhoods. It's in the corner store where neighbors greet each other, the local square where children play football after school, and the quiet streets where people wash their cars on a Saturday morning. While the grand monuments tell the story of the nation, the neighborhoods tell the story of the people. Each neighborhood contributes its own thread to the city's rich tapestry. Some are known for their lively street markets, others for their quiet, leafy avenues. Together they make Rosario what it is, not a single monolithic entity, but a collection of vibrant, living communities. This city, so peaceful from above, has a rich and fascinating story. Rosario is not the capital of its province, but it is Argentina's third largest city, a place that has always punched above its weight. It grew rapidly in the late 19th and early 20th centuries as a major port and railway hub, attracting thousands of immigrants from Europe, especially from Italy and Spain. You can see the legacy of that era in the grand architecture of the central city. The elegant theaters, the old stock exchange, and the ornate apartment buildings. Rosario is also a city of ideas and revolution. It was the birthplace of one of the most iconic figures of the 20th century, Ernesto Che Guevara. Somewhere down there in one of those quiet neighborhoods is the apartment building where he was born. The city has a rebellious, independent spirit, a history of progressive thinking and of questioning authority. This spirit is not something you can see in the buildings or the streets, but it is an essential part of the city's identity. But Rosario is not just about the past. It is a city that is constantly looking forward. It is a major university town, and from here we can see the sprawling campuses, centers of learning and innovation. These institutions bring a youthful energy to the city, a constant influx of new ideas and creativity. This blend of old and new is everywhere you look. Historic buildings stand alongside modern glass towers. Old traditions like sipping mate in the park coexist with a thriving contemporary arts and music scene. As we continue our gentle flight, let's zoom in a little closer on the patterns of daily life. See the wide boulevards, like Boulevard Orono, with its central pedestrian walkway shaded by enormous trees. People are not just rushing from one place to another. They are strolling, they are talking, They are enjoying the journey. This is a city built for people. The pace seems a little slower, a little more deliberate than in other major cities. There is an appreciation for the moment, for pausing to chat with a neighbor, or to simply sit on a bench and watch the world go by. Look at the public spaces, the plazas and parks scattered throughout the city grid. They are essential to the rhythm of life here. They are the outdoor living rooms of Rosario. In the mornings, they are filled with older residents reading the newspaper. In the afternoons, they echo with the laughter of children released from school. In the evenings, they become romantic settings for couples and meeting points for friends. The culture of cafes is also central to life in Rosario. On almost every corner in the central district, you can see the little tables and chairs spilling out onto the pavement. From our high perch, they look like tiny checkerboards. Even the traffic below seems to have its own gentle rhythm. The flow of cars and the bright yellow and black taxis move with a certain fluidity. The public buses, the colectivos, navigate their routes, connecting the different neighborhoods like a circulatory system. Everything is in motion, but it is a motion that feels organic, not frantic. It is the steady, reliable rhythm of a city that is confident and comfortable in its own skin. It is the pulse of a million lives, all beating in a relaxed and harmonious tempo. Our time in the sky is coming to an end. As we begin our slow, gentle descent, the city grows larger, its details becoming clearer. The patterns of green and gray resolve into individual trees and buildings. The quiet panorama we observed from above is about to become a world of sounds and smells once again. But let's hold on to this feeling of peace for a moment longer. The memory of Rosario from the sky is one of profound tranquility. It is a city in perfect harmony with its magnificent river, a place where nature and urban life are not in conflict, but in a beautiful, balanced partnership. From our unique perspective, we saw a city that is proud of its history, but not trapped by it. We saw a city that works and plays with equal passion. We saw the grand gestures in its monuments and bridges, and the quiet poetry in its tree-lined streets and neighborhood parks. Rosario revealed itself not as a collection of tourist sites, but as a cohesive living community. It is a hidden gem, not because it is small or unknown, but because its true beauty is subtle, something best appreciated with a bit of distance and a quiet mind. The lasting impression is one of calm. A calm that comes from the vast, steady presence of the Parana River, a calm that is reflected in the generous green spaces set aside for everyone to enjoy. So as we touch down, let's carry this aerial view with us. Remember the peaceful tapestry of life we witnessed from above. Rosario is a special place, a city that invites you to breathe a little deeper, to slow down, and to appreciate the simple beauty that is all around. Whether seen from 10 minutes above or walking along its friendly streets, it is a city that quietly captures your heart. A true Argentine treasure, waiting to be discovered, not with a rush, but with a slow, appreciative gaze.